Hello everybody and welcome to Parksbros. It's Drew here, and today we're finally back at SeaWorld San Diego. We're going to check out everything they have for fall with Spooktacular and more. So let's go check out what's new. First things first, the 2024 edition for SeaWorld San Diego has officially been announced in Jewels of the Sea, the Jellyfish Experience, a brand new exhibit opening next year. In this brand new exhibit near Tentacle Twirl in the Ocean Explorer realm, this exhibit will feature many different types of jellyfish, including moon jellyfish, Pacific sea nettles, upside down jellyfish, and comb jellies in a 18-foot tall cylinder in this multi-room experience. There's going to be some really cool photo ops, as well as LED video panels displaying different ocean moments, creating a really immersive environment in this brand new aquarium and first jellyfish aquarium at any SeaWorld park. Pass members will get early access to this experience next year, so if you haven't become a pass holder for next year, make sure to do so if you want to check this out, and you can bet we'll have more construction updates on this in the future. But now, let's go to the park. So as you can see, as we're walking all around the park, you can see Hollow Scream has taken over. Technically it's Spooktacular currently, but the cool thing is they can use the same props for Hollow Scream later tonight. And on this moderately busy Saturday, looks like Arctic Rescue, the newest ride, has a 55-minute wait. They've also got some really cool Hollow Scream merch, and for 20 bucks, if you spend $25, you can get a skull blanket included in your purchase. Well, it's pretty spooky outside the penguin encounter. Let's go inside. Looks like they've updated signage in here too. Look brand new, and with new lights. Next up, we're heading up Turtle Reef. 3 of the 4 exhibits so far, so might as well check out if there's anything new inside here. I know they did some renovations over the past year in here, so we'll see if anything's changed. The turtles are out and about. It does look like some renovations are underway on the back half of this exhibit currently, at least compared to last I was here. Maybe they just redid that back half in between, but let me know down in the comments if you know. I'm not used to the blue wall in the background here. And it looks like a brand new custard location, Rita's, has opened up near Manta's entrance. We're gonna have to try this out soon. I think it's maybe a little chilly at this point, but that's cool to know. Well, we were thinking about getting some Rita's custard, but right across the way we stopped at one of the booths that is still open, serving Baja Grill. Look at this torta, oh my goodness, and nachos. It's looking fantastic. This is great. I can't wait to dig in. So I guess I was a little wrong about it looking very good and hopefully tasting very good. Gotta say, pretty bland overall. The meat was the only really tasty part of the whole meal, but man, there was just so much bread. I ended up having to take the top half of the bread off because it just literally took over the entire dish. There was so much bread, but you know, for 13 bucks, it is a lot of food, so I wouldn't say it's the worst deal, but I would recommend probably something else at that restaurant. Oh, just wait. After getting an amazing ride on Manta, we're gonna go check out the news on Tidal Twister, see if anything's changed on that lot, and maybe talk about some rumors about the ride. So Tidal Twister, currently on the rumor mill for a lot of reasons. But I will say, it seems like new changes are afoot all over the ride, so people keep thinking that it's closing forever. Might be in the wrong. The original sign has been removed, it looks like, but there's a new temporary sign with new structures on the station right here, which looks to add some nice shade for the operators. Definitely needed. And I know a lot of people keep saying it's gone from the app or the map, but if you look online at the Spooktacular map, we're celebrating Spooktacular currently, the ride is still on the map itself, but it is not listed on the temporary closures list. So seems like this is kind of indefinitely down, but they're renovating a lot of the ride and the ride area. So my guess is it's gonna stay around as long as they can help it. And hopefully we'll see it operating again soon, and hopefully with a better track record. Speaking of Spooktacular though, you can see they've got a DJ, a candy hunt with many trick-or-treat locations, and of course a hay maze, which I think is pretty cool. And there's some really cool photo ops and opportunities over here for the coolest pictures possible. There's also been some really cool changes to the waterfront lately, making it more accessible to everyone. And, you know, letting them know there's a bar over here and some of the best sunset views you'll ever get. And as we walk by the Sea Lion and Otter Spotlight, do know it is down for refurbishment. Not sure when it's going to reopen, but yeah, even the walkways are blocked off entirely. Now, the park day is ending for us at regular SeaWorld, but I think it's time to check out their Halloween event, Hollow Scream. We're gonna head in there in just about an hour. Spooktacular was a lot of fun, and I gotta say, if I had a little one with me, it'd be a lot easier to experience for sure. Getting to do trick-or-treating all around the park, I think that'd be a lot of fun. But sadly, it's not really made for my demographic, so I'm excited to check out Hollow Scream for the first time this year. So that's actually going to do it from our visit to SeaWorld San Diego today, at least for right now, because we're going to head to the car, drop off our bags, and head back in for Hollow Scream. So I hope you're ready to join us for that, their crazy Halloween event. I'm very excited to check it out this year, and everything new. But of course, thank you all so much for watching. And of course, until next time, we'll see you on the next ride.